Can you get out of here, please? Hey, welcome to my floor. I'm Vaultbox, and today I'm going to show you through all of my cosplay crap that I have in my basement. And yes, there is 70s something or other paneling in here, and it's gross, but you know what costs money? Placing paneling. I don't have that kind of money. I want to spend my money on this shit and this stuff, because I'm an adult. Okay, so right here, this is my entire crafting area. And over here we've got my helmets on the left, right over there, and some cosplay swords that I'll go into a little bit later. Kind of pan on all of the art and pictures and things that I like to have on my wall. Standard, you know, thread, serger thread. Gotta have the Star Wars blanket curtain. There's my mannequin that's got some Zori armor on it right now. My serger that I don't use nearly as much as I should because I don't like to string it. And right there, that is where a dog would be. But my dog is a butthole, and he's not there. So right here again, this is my serger. It's a brother. I got it for Christmas, and like I said, I don't use it nearly as much as I should. Right here is my clips and pins. These clips are really nice for clipping together fabric instead of using pins. These are some pattern weights I got from a friend. There's my bobbins, some fabric glue, and some extra pins, and all of the feet for my sewing machine and serger. And on the top, I've got some sewing chalk. I've got some extra, well, a lot of pins. I've got my sewing scissors, fabric scissors, and then I've got some extra glue right there. Pretty much get all my sewing stuff done. My sewing machine is actually on the other side of the room because I was using it for some t-shirt blankets, and it was just easier to do it over there. So moving to the right, and let me turn on my light. So this right here is where I do a lot of my foam work. So we've got some cleaner here. We've got Epcot mug with popsicle sticks for stirring. We've got a Diego Luna mug, of course. And there is a soldering iron in there, and I use that to carve things into foam. And right here is basically my glue station. Got hot glue, got contact cement, got super glue in there, got my 3-2-1 blocks. I don't remember what they're called. But those things, they hold down patterns really nice. Here, this thing right here is a silicone mat for hot glue. And here, this is the thing that my husband really wants to steal. That's all of my mini paints. He is a dungeon master, and he actually paints a lot of terrain and a lot of minis and things like that. So he's always eyeing this up. They're mine. It's mine. And on top, we've got some paintbrushes and the best girl in the world, the Rogue One Jyn Erso mug. And then we've got my in pieces airbrush that I need to put back together because I need to airbrush some stuff. We've got Cassian's gun on the left, Jyn's on the right, and then her baton in there and a little Funko Pop. And I'll give you a better look of the corner of stuff that I have. This is me and Vanessa Marshall, the voice actress for Hera. Oh yeah, my dad used to work for US Air. I love that, the old logo, so I have the license plate there. Before I get into the rest of my wall, here's where a lot of fun is. My tub of FOMO. I got warble scraps underneath that, and I've got foam scraps underneath that. I'm not gonna pull it out. This is craft paper. This is good for templates and stuff like that. This is a heat gun, and it's not on. I don't normally put it here. I know that's not safe, but yeah, the heat gun. I need a better place to put it, honestly. And then my glue gun, and then this is all kinds of ridiculous. A lot of foam in that corner, and it's nicely kept away and out of my sight, but you know, easy to get to. This light over here, so you get some better look at stuff. Again, here's a better look at the stuff I have on my wall. Before I go on, I would kind of like to talk about this real quick. This right here is what we call a Fontbonne board or an agile scrum board. And I used to work in software development, and one of the things that I took away from it was this process. You can look up some tutorials on YouTube on how to do it, but it just helps me visualize what I have to work on. All right, so let me start down here. For this top one, right here, there's nothing in it, and that's good, because you always need room to grow, especially when you're doing cosplay and you got big crap to store. The second one, this is basically where I house some of my work in progress stuff. And down in here, it's down in here is all my wig stuff, just wigs and stuff like that. And then in here, and here is where I put the bulk of my, it doesn't fit anywhere else. And onto my favorite part of the room. The whole reason that I, rearranged things was I wanted my helmets on display. And there's one thing that I could recommend cosplayers do, no matter if you've been cosplaying for a day or for 10 years or whatever. Display your stuff. Like, you spend a lot of time working on these things. Put it on display. Enjoy it. I can't tell you how much this excites me to see all of these things that I made with my own hands. Aside from that one, that was a cast. But you know what I mean. I don't know, just, you know, even if it's just a small little thing like a blaster or something like that, it's great. It really inspires me to continue to create. So I'll show you in detail all of these things. Right here, we've got Zori Bliss. That's her helmet and her guns back there. We've got my Imperial Jyn Urso helmet, which, oh my god, that was a nightmare and a half to put together, but that's a story for another day. This is my Short Trooper helmet. I used to have Short Trooper armor. I actually sold it, but I just couldn't get rid of this helmet. I love this design. Painted it myself. Oh, I love it. And down here is my Hera Syndulla Phoenix Squadron look right there. It also has a little blurk pistol. And then right here, this is my Mandalorian helmet. This is going to be a Cara Dune inspired Mandalorian, so I'm excited for that. But those are all of my helmets, and yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do whenever I make more helmets. I don't know. Like, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And then in the middle here is a little bit more storage. Got some reference books. I've got the Star Wars Rogue One book. I've got another Star Wars costuming book right there. I've got Punished props up at the top. I've got more Rogue One stuff because, you know, can't have too much Rogue One stuff. And in the top drawer, I've got, that's not glue and pastels, I've got sandpaper. In the middle one, I've got LEDs, batteries, and magnets. And I love these friggin' fairy lights. Oh my god, I will never solder another LED ever again in my life. Just use fairy lights. They're so nice. And then I've got my leather working supplies. So I've got rivets, I've got dies, stuff like that. So yeah, there we go. How many times am I gonna say stuff like that in this video? A lot. So we're gonna stand up now, and underneath here, this is a bin of work in progress stuff. So a lot of armor here. I'm working on Commander Shepard, and I'm also working on Zori Bliss. Take up a lot of room, and I just kind of, they're in there, you know. Like here's a master sword I'm working on for a friend. Here's a space boot for Femshep. Another space boot. It's just a nice catch-all for things that I'm currently working on that I can't store just yet, because if I store them, I'm not gonna work on them, you know? Then under here we've got another storage thing. I'm not gonna open up the first two. I will show you this one. This is all of my airbrush supplies. So I've got airbrush cleaner, thinner, there's the actual compressor, there's the airbrush in there. And then under here, up at the top, that's a lot of the fabric that I have that doesn't fit over here. I really gotta get better about buying fabric, because a lot of these fabrics I'm not even gonna use because they were for things that I wanted to do and whatever, and I don't want to do them anymore. So anyways, down to this one. This is straps and Velcro. Basically anything that facilitates putting armor on your body is in this drawer. And under here is all of my random sewing stuff. So I've got an iron, I've got the embroidery stuff, I've got some, you know, serger templates, things like that in there. I think that's it. No, wait, there's another spot. Okay, hold on, what? Yeah. So this actually is for DVDs and CDs. And I was like, this is great. We can put this over here and I can usurp it and use it for all of my crap. You know, half empty cans. I've got Plastidip primer, got my eye protection, my mask, gloves, some extra LED lights, some paint, and some silicone mold stuff on the right. And then down here we've got some XTC 3D, we've got some expanding foam, filler primer, Bondo, Plastidip, and then on the bottom is my acrylic paint. All right, so I think that's it for my little cosplay crafting area tour. So if there's anything that you'd like me to explain further, you can leave me a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Please don't make fun of my paneling. I know it's ugly, but you know what was even uglier? There was orange carpet on this floor. So you know what? Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you gonna do yoga? You gonna do yoga? Go do yoga, it's fine. What do you want? You want? You're doing it. You're doing it. Oh, thank you.